What's really crazy is that we just be out here on the road on a daily. You feel me? Constantly moving, constantly working, tireless hours throughout the day, far away from home. That's what the OTR life is about. So, with that being said, y'all tapped in with the Head Game Podcast. Without further ado, people, y'all ready to title? Let's get right into it. So, just a disclaimer, I've been over the road for about 4 or 5 months. Been actually under this company for about 6 months, right? Well, the 20th, which is in about tomorrow, I make it officially 6 months. And if you're adding, that extra day to month, technically I'm probably past 6. 6 months. We're gonna call it that. But my point of just saying that is that this is the very first episode of the OTR series. You feel me? I'm gonna try to do these on a weekly basis. It may not be on the same day of the week. I'm gonna figure out what, but these are just stories, experiences, income, outcome, whatever topic comes into place that y'all interested about. Especially, y'all gonna be a big help if y'all leaving, comments and questions below. Feel me? So I can build up, just a whole itinerary of different topics and things I could touch on. But shooting this thing off just right off the cuff, I'm just gonna tell y'all what I'm dealing with right now and what I'm actually looking forward to, right? So let's start off with my current position. Right now, I'll let y'all know the specifics of the specific employer that my employer is contracted to, which is Home Depot. And the nature of Home Depot is just driving to whatever actual Home Depot, and they call it a double drop and hook. Now, if y'all don't know what a drop and hook is, it's literally just that. You either drop the trailer or you're hooking right into it, right? So y'all gonna have to bear with me because the double drop and hook, this is a double-headed process, and I'm gonna try to walk y'all through it, right? So the double drop and hook is where you're pulling up to a dock, you got the loaded trailer on you, right? And then sitting in the dock where a loaded trailer is supposed to be is an empty trailer. So you unhook from the loaded trailer, you offset it, and you go hook into the empty trailer, you pull that out the position, then you offset that, then you go back in and you hook into the original trailer and you put it in its place, and then you go back to the original, well, not the original, but the trailer that you just took out that place, and that's what you're leaving with, right? So I can get into the details as far as like sliding the tandems back, or chalking the wheels, or lowering the landing gear, but I'm gonna touch on that in another video. Right now, I'm just telling y'all just a summarized description of what's going on with me right now, right? So I'm driving anywhere about from maybe 500 to 600 miles a day. I know that sounds freaking crazy. Honestly, it is. But just like with anything, it's all about your perception and your mindset. So if you look at it like, hey, all right, well, if I'm a person that's accustomed to doing 12, 13, possibly 14-hour shifts, overtime, call it what you would be, working past that 8-hour clock, you're going to be in a great position, right? And considering how much I make, you can consider I'm being underpaid. It's just really, it's really up to the person to decide what is or what isn't with that, right? So the most I grossed out of this account was $2,100, and my take home was probably like 16, probably 17, somewhere in there, right? That's what I netted, right? So let's talk about all the ins and outs of the nature of the OTR lifestyle, because I'm about 1,500 miles away from my home place, you feel me? Which is out there in the Veg. The Veg are those who know about it, you feel me? But way, way far in a far land, far away, right? And it's been an adventure. If you're an adventurous person, if you're a person that doesn't like stationary stagnation and things like that, and you just want to be constantly moving and, you know, exploring and always facing new challenges, the nature of this, I do feel like it's for you, because there's always going to be something developing, right? Whether you've faced it before or it's the same thing, but it shows up a lot differently, so on and so forth. That's basically going to be the situation there, right? But let's get into the lifestyle, which I feel like this is the most important perspective about this video. Is like, how do you live? Where do you shower? What do you eat? How do you rest? You rest good? How do you like sleeping in the vehicle? Is it like sleeping in the car? I'm gonna try to answer all this in a very short summary, right? So if you have a good company, which is, you know, somewhat of a mega carrier, and that could be a controversial thing, but as far as the benefits with being with a mega carrier is that you get points, meaning that you get free showers. You gotta find parking. Anytime you go to a truck stop and it's after 8 o'clock, the pickings are slim. So make sure that if you do start your day, which is kind of like a soft schedule, because you can kind of pick and choose what time of the day you want to work, just as long as you get the work done, you drop the miles. It behooves you to make sure you start your shift early in the morning, especially trying to get all the hours you can and find a good place to park at the end of the night, because after like 10, midnight, the pick is going to be slim. You're probably going to end up at a rest area, right? In the rest area, most people don't know, but it's one of those areas off the side of the interstate, and it's just like a little small lot, and you see trucks and stuff pulled up over there. Probably gonna end up over there if you can't find a parking spot in an actual truck stop, right? So you get showers. The food isn't great, you feel me? They either got truck stop food, or each truck stop has its own, you know, fast food chain, stuff like that. Subway, McDonald's is the current themes. They do got a Denny's. The Denny's is probably the best as far as quality food you're going to get, though that's not the healthiest. But relatively speaking, that's probably the healthiest you're going to get, right? Sleeping inside the truck. You will discover more about yourself inside this truck than a regular home, because I feel like somebody's environment is a reflection of their mentality. You feel me? With that being said, they got all the amenities in here, you feel me? So, refrigerator, microwave. When the truck is off, if it's very cold, they got a bunker heater where you can turn on the heater. There's a little generator in the back. Use a little bit of fuel, and then boom, you feel me? You can be in 5-degree weather, but you be in this mug sweating just because of how well that bunker heater works, right? So how you sleep to sleep. If you, I'm 6'2", you feel me? So I stretch out pretty long. This bed is good. This bed is good enough for me to go through a deep sleep. Make sure you got some covers, some sheets, so on and so forth. And then all your hygienic stuff. When you get, you know, you taking a shower and stuff, you feel me? Make sure you got your own toiletries, like toilet paper and towels and deodorant, toothpaste, all your hygienics, you feel me? Shower shoes is very important as well. But it just depends, right? Because if you're a person that's somewhat of a minimalist regarding lifestyle, you don't need all the bells and whistles with a lot, this is a very comfortable lifestyle, and you can save a lot of money doing this. You feel me? So I'm just leave it off there. I'm gonna go ahead and follow up with y'all. The next video most likely might be a longer video where I can go in a lot more depth to not only just the lifestyle of being OTR, but a little bit of the trucking industry, as far as all the mechanics and skills and stuff you have to come across to be able to survive out here. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Got thoughts, comments, leave them below. Like, subscribe. I am gone. Catch y'all on the next one.